gotta plan this content. Like, if you are a digital creator or a content creator, you get it. Like, planning content is not always the fun part behind what we do. So here's the deal. What I'm gonna do is help you, especially if you are new to this or if you need to change the trajectory of where your content creation or digital creation business is going. So if you are looking forward to changing it up and leveling yourself up, then I need you to hang tight, because I'm going to show you how to make this much simpler than it probably already is for you. Today's edition is all about planning out your content. So in this digital creation series, of course, I give you steps on the different ways you can get started and get out there and start making things happen. And if you do this, I promise you, you are going to level up. You are going to see results, because I am result oriented and I hope you are too. So let's just go ahead and get down to the meat and potatoes of it all. I want to help you plan out your content, and I want you to remember that yes, you're doing it for you, but really you're doing it for the people who you are doing this for, your who, or your target audience. Here are some things that we are going to break down today. So we're going to do this by breaking down the content using the E5SC method. Now, this method is kind of a method that's already out there, but I've noticed that when I do it this way, that it works best for me. Now, can it work best for you? Of course it can. And heck, if it doesn't, feel free to find something that works for you. But what I've learned is that when I use something someone else is already using and master that, then I could take it up a level and do something different. So in this case, let's start off doing something different with something from someone who has tried these things. First off, you want to make sure that you are posting using the E5SC method, because this is going to attract people to you based off the information that I've learned out of the book, Attraction Marketing Formula, right here. Here's the deal. What you want to do is first off start with the 5 E's, and then we'll go to the SC. So the 5 E's are pretty much posts that are going to be empowering, engaging, educational, entertaining, and emotional. And then the SC, it pretty much is going to spark curiosity. Now, I've noticed that some people would say when they go to the different content types, they talk about having curiosity posts, but I believe that the post that spark curiosity is not necessarily content type, but it is something that is going to attract them to you. So the E5SC are the things that are going to attract the people to you, and the content types are going to be the forms in which you use to get them attracted, okay, to your content. So let's go ahead and break it down. Well, let me kind of slow it down a little bit for you guys and break down what I mean by empower. So if it's something empowering, I'm going to give you an example. So I created a blog post probably a year ago. I used it as an empowering post, and what I did was took a little bit of blurb out of my blog and I put it on there, and the blog was titled, "You Don't Need the Job Needs You." And it was such an empowering post and such an empowering blog that so many people were like attracted to it, like flies to a light, literally. So find something like that, and I promise you, your people will, they'll flock on right in. The next one is an engaging post. So for example, you can say, if money wasn't an issue, what would your life look like? And all of these posts, you guys, are based on, for me, digital creation business. And of course, I'm all about mindset and business, so you'll be able to see that as I go through it. Just a little side note. The next one you want to do is something educational. For example, did you know, here's one, and this is something you can use right now. Did you know that Instagram does not really like when you post videos from TikTok or that have been stamped with the TikTok stamp? So if you're doing this, this is something that you probably want to stop. And let me tell you why. Because what it will do is it will limit your engagement reach, especially if you are new to digital creation and new to platforms such as Instagram. And Facebook does the same thing, and possibly YouTube may do the same thing as well. So if you're going to create reels and you're talking, guess what? just upload it separately on the different platforms. And one thing you can do, I have a tool that I love to use, and I use it to create all my thumbnails, all my graphics. It's Canva, and you can use that, of course, to create some cute little background for your reels and post it in different places. And you can change the background for each platform, which makes it a little bit more original. Just a little side note for you. The next one you want to do is something that is entertaining. So you want it to be like fun. You want it to be popular. You want to base it off a trend, but you want to make sure that you stay on point with what your content is all about and what your target audience wants. So if there's a trend and people are out there dancing, do the dance too, you know, and make sure you have like some words, some captions that are related to your business. So you can dance while the captions are popping up, you know, or you can point to them, whatever you want to do. But make it fun, make it entertaining, because entertainment draws people in as well. The next one, emotional. So you definitely want to have a post that is emotional. When you do something like that, what's gonna happen is you're pulling at the heartstrings of people. Now, there are some types of emotion that I do not like to tamper with. That's just me. But you, my friend, can choose whatever. So for me, one thing that I like my people to understand is that I believe that your family should be your first priority, not your job, not whatever, your family. And it's funny because I don't know if you've ever been like me, but there's some times when I had to miss out on things because I had to be at work, but I had to miss out on things for my kids. However, there were some jobs, or one particular that I had, that it was a little more flexible where I can get out so that I could actually be with my family. But now it's like totally different because I call the shots, and you feel that emotion in that, right? Because I literally call the shots. So you choose what type of emotion you want to, I guess, pull out. So there's several kinds. You can do like a pride one, leadership, values, belonging, guilt. I don't like that one. Sadness, anger, fear, trust, instant gratification, and my favorite is happiness, because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a general happy person. Generally, I'm always happy. That's just me. So now let's go ahead and break it down just a little bit more. Now we want to go into the content types, and today I'm only going to work on or focus on 4 different platforms. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I do not give you all too much at one time. And if you do not or have not been taking notes or don't have pen and paper, run, go get it, press pause, because this right here is going to be something that you're going to want to get. And I'm just going to be honest, I have not seen this shown anywhere on YouTube. And honestly, the way I got this was because I invested my time and my money into a program because I want to shorten the time it takes for me to level up. And guess what? I'm also going to help you. And right now you get it for free 99. I'm going to use 4 platforms. And the 4 platforms I'm going to use is going to be Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Definitely got to represent for the tube here. And I'm so excited because YouTube has become more multifaceted, which is amazing to me. Like, yay, YouTube, because at first, you know, it was just long form videos, and only the long form videos were the ones that were taken off. So going from there, let's start with long form videos. So you can actually do long form videos on all 4 platforms, which is good. However, IG may be slightly different, but we'll get into that on another video. But right now, the long form videos are good, especially if you have something that you are trying to get to people and it has lots of meat and potatoes, kind of like this video. One thing about long form videos, I really believe that they perform best on YouTube because YouTube is tried and true. However, they do work well now on Facebook. TikTok now, you can go up to 10 minutes. Like, that's a huge game changer, which is cool. And of course, you, my friend, can pretty much monetize on all of these platforms aside from the other types of monetization that you use, and we'll get into that in another video. Long form video is amazing, and it's where it's at. The very next one is going to be short form video. Now this will come to you in the form of TikToks, because remember, TikTok when it first came out had the short form videos, and I think you could only go up to a minute, 3 minutes, can't remember exactly, but yeah, that was that. And of course TikTok with IG and Facebook. So I believe TikTok started first, and then there was IG with the Reels, and then here came Facebook Reels, and then here came YouTube Shorts. So was it Shorts before Facebook Reels? Can't remember, but what's important to know is that they are there and they're working. So these short form videos make it so easy for people to get caught up and just keep going down and down and down, as long as you're creating content that hooks them, gets them in for what they want, and also giving them what they need. This short form content is going to be great for you as long as you remember using the E5SC method, okay? The next thing you want to do is literally think about doing some live videos. Live videos, especially on Facebook and YouTube, are a great way to get you in more with the algorithm. So if you truly want to get in more of the algorithm on Facebook, YouTube, and possibly also Instagram, then this is where you want to be. Hop on that live video. And honestly, you can do the same on TikTok, but it's a little bit different. If you want to do more live video on TikTok, you have to have at least 1,000 followers. However, if you have great short form content, you can get there and probably in a short period of time if you're doing it right, especially using the E5SC method with short form video. You can do it. The next one that you can do, but I don't know how well they would do on certain things, but I know it does well on, of course, so we are here on YouTube, which is pre-recorded videos. So YouTube pre-recorded videos, Reels, because even if they're short, they're pre-recorded. If you pre-record them, go for it. So you can do that on every platform. You can pre-record the information you want to post ahead of time, therefore you will have it. So here's just a tip for you guys. You can tell, so all of my Reels and stuff that I do, even my video, I have the same shirt on, even if I don't do them all on the same day. In most cases though, I try to do them all on the same day so that I give my people some form of consistency, because consistency, like I always say, is everything. And of course you want to throw in some drops of variations, but you definitely want to be consistent. The next one is, this is one of my favorites. This is images or graphics. So images and graphics are great, especially if they're of your face, and especially if you're on Facebook, because Facebook is in the name. They love to see your face. And they have this great face recognition tool that they use that actually help them connect people with other people. So if you're on Facebook, try to use more images with your face. And that's something that I'm definitely working on. The very next thing you want to think about with that is including words or images or graphics with words or quotes. That is a great way to spark some great attention, and people can see that in a few seconds and get everything they need from it, and you're good to go. And the next one I would love to share is pretty much the stories feature. So I'm sure I've said this in another video, but the stories feature, if I'm not mistaken, it was first introduced in Instagram, and then it went to, of course, Facebook, or I can't remember, and then it went to TikTok. So those three platforms have the story feature, and not you necessarily typing out stories, but you take an image and put some images together or a short video or whatever, and it has it to your little stories bar at the top, and people will go and see the stories, and then they disappear in 24 hours. And that actually sparks interest because most people want to see it and get it before it goes away. So the stories feature is a great feature to use, especially if you go with the E5SC method. The very last one, pretty much going to be text posts. So the text posts, unfortunately, can only be used on Facebook. So with YouTube, you can put pictures. They prefer having an image and not just text, but you can do text posts by themselves. And you can do the same on Facebook, but here's where it gets different. So on Facebook, you can use a feature that the other ones don't really have when it comes to doing a text-only post. And that is, you guys, it's the background. So you can put the backgrounds behind it. And what I like to do is I would screenshot it, and then I would actually use that screenshot on TikTok in a story, or on IG in a story, or a regular post, or even on YouTube with their little posts that they have, with their little type status updates. So these are the things, you all, that you can do. Just don't be afraid to do it. And if you notice that you are afraid to do any of these, stop and ask yourself why. Like, why am I afraid to do this? You know? And I always say this, but I really would love to encourage you to get an accountability partner, because your accountability partner can make the difference of you excelling or going the opposite direction. So the next thing we want to do is think about your calendar. If you have a calendar, then you are doing great. You're a step ahead of a lot of people. Now, don't forget, I had a freebie that I shared with you all, and I'll make sure I leave the link below in the comment section so that you can find it. And this freebie is going to help you set up your digital creation business. It's kind of like a foundation, but then there's another set of foundation, which I talked about last week. So if you hadn't gotten that yet, please be sure to go get that, because before you post, if you haven't posted anything yet, you want to make sure that you have everything set up the way it needs to be as far as your settings and everything. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that if you've already been posting, that you clean up some stuff that doesn't really need to be there, or that will not help your content or help your people or help you level up, which is what it's all about here. Having this calendar is really where it's at. For each day, you're going to pretty much plan what you're going to do. For me, on Mondays, I kind of spark curiosity, because on the other different platforms, what I do is talk about Level Up Mondays is what I call it. And I kind of give them insight or a little bit of what I'm talking about on my YouTube video right here. And that's what I do. So my first one is always going to be engaging or sparking curiosity. That's what it's going to be. I want to spark curiosity, and I want to engage with them. So that's what I always do on my Level Up Mondays, and I do reels for those. And the reels are normally on pretty much all platforms, the short form videos, all platforms. And then on Tuesdays, I like to do something that I call, what do I call Tuesday? Oh, Cliche Tuesday. So Cliche Tuesday is really cool. This one is really engaging. And on top of that, I believe it's also emotional, because a lot of us don't realize that we are tied emotionally to a lot of the cliches that we use. And I use those in real form too. So all these different things that I'm talking about, I use in short form, video form. However, there are other things that I do as well. And for example, I love to do the long form here on, of course, YouTube, but I also love to do live video. And the live video I do is pretty much training on Facebook on Wednesdays in the US of A at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And the reason I do that is because, like I said before, the algorithm eats it up. And because I'm there and I'm on a business page, what I'm able to do is get people in for what they want, and of course give them the value that they need and that they deserve, because they deserve that value. And so that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm for it, because it's not just about me, it's about you all too, because if you all weren't watching this, then there'll be no need for me to do what I do, right? Point blank, hands down, mic drop. But anywho, let me keep going. So make sure you plan out your days, because when you plan out your days, what you're doing is you are pretty much revving everything up for the next day and for the next week, or for whatever's coming next. And that way your people will be looking forward to it. So I know that was a lot in such a small time, but do me a favor, drop me a like or a heart if you got any value out of this, and do me a favor and let me know what your greatest takeaways were. And if there's something that you didn't quite understand, let me know that too, because I love to hear from you, because when I hear from you, then I can do better for you, right? So yeah, let me know. And please go out, use this week, my friend. And guess what will happen? You will level up. I will see you next time.